My name is Julia, and today I want to share my sophomore English speech I created during COVID. I decided to focus on mental health, something that does not get said enough in our society. I am choosing to share this with others because I myself was putting my academic worth before my own mental health. As a result, I was suffering internally, criticizing myself over and over again. I believe that my own mental health played a role in me having a hemorrhagic stroke just a few months after I made this speech. I was educating others without warning myself firsthand. I now have aphasia, which is a language disorder caused by brain damage. I hope that all of you gain some insight on what I am about to say.
Teens across the country are experiencing high levels of stress that affect the way they perform in school. But this isn't your typical stress that you experience when you're changing in time for an event, packing for the family vacation, or quickly using the restroom before a movie premieres. This is a different type of stress, and it is negatively impacting the mental health of students. Today, I'm going to tell you how school negatively impacts students' mental health. To begin with, schools have created a highly competitive atmosphere which pressures students. According to a CDC study from 2014 to 2018, about 1 in 6 students had enough behavioral or emotional symptoms and impairment to be diagnosed with a childhood mental disorder. These numbers have significantly increased from the past, and the school system is to blame. Schools pressure students and force them to work at their fullest potential, disregarding other factors that may be at hand. Students may have strict parents, older siblings that they have to level up to, or younger siblings that they have to set an appropriate example for. Students who overpressure themselves develop mental disorders that hinder performance. The Suicide Prevention Resource Center had stated that mental health problems affect many areas of students' lives by reducing their quality of life, harming their physical health, and negatively impacting their relationships. Issues like these result with long-term consequences, like leading to disorders like OCD, depression, and anxiety. Another culprit of mental health problems is the amount of work that schools assign students. An article from the student newspaper at Grosse Pointe School had related the workload that Americans struggle with. The article stated that the mental health of teens has worsened in the past years, and the root of the problem is educational workload. Students are expected to take AP classes, do well on the ACT and SAT, and commit to extracurriculars in order to get into good colleges. High school standards like these overwhelm the workload of students and leave them with no time to prioritize their own mental health. Consider what the Suicide Prevention Resource Center had stated. An estimated 4.29 million students would have graduated from colleges had they not been experiencing such disorders. Some may say that the school system in the past is similar as it is now, but many parents have compared their own high school experiences to their children's, and they have found that it is much more difficult now than it had been in the past. According to The Guardian, Gil Grignor reflects, "Student life was a lot less competitive and stressful. I don't remember worrying about what I would do once I graduated. High rates of going to colleges were much less likely in the past, and if students did, they were given grants and free tuition. Now, students have to know as early as 14 what they have to do in their future in order to excel in that subject and possibly be given a scholarship for college. They not only have to worry about the present and its struggles, but now the future and what is to come. Forgetting about mindfulness results in developing mental disorders, which in turn affect how a student performs in school." Today I told you about how schools are pressuring students to try their hardest, how they are assigning an overwhelming amount of work, and how the education itself has changed compared to the past. Schools need to put the mental health of students first. Only then can they care about education. Therefore, I advise all students to implore your school to take effective measures in integrating mental health awareness in everyday life. Thank you.